Hi Libra, welcome to your reading for September 2021. I was going to say 2014. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, always. Those intuitively guided, welcome always. I think whatever brings you to a reading, just trust in that. I'm going to give a shout out to the Libras in my life, which of course all are you, but my nephew Sean, who is September 24th, my beautiful granddaughter Lily is October 14th, and my sister was October 15th, Tracy. So, let's get into your reading. We're going to start with the Mother Mary Oracle deck. Let me bring this down. Okay. You know, it's funny, I was doing a personal reading, and I hope it's okay that I say this, but I was doing a personal reading for someone, and her name was Grace. And the card that came out with Mother Mary was Grace. So, you know, all the synchronicities. All right. Remember, guys, time is fluid. Some of you may need this now, some of you may need it later. We have Father. My true Father is God in heaven, who shines healing light upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. You know, all of a sudden I feel like my father, who has passed, I feel like he just stepped forward. So I feel like some fathers are also going to be part of this reading. All right, we're going to bring in the light seers. Everything's pre-shuffled, by the way. I just like to give you, I like to shuffle once or twice once I feel like I have you here. Or your guides. We can put it whatever way you want. Okay. We have the Devil. Can be Capricorn, card of Capricorn. Shown in reverse though, like it literally flipped itself around. I just know it's meant to be in reverse. I can feel it. I feel like there may be some who had fathers who had succumbed to their temptations, but no longer. Some of you, your father could have been a Capricorn. And I'm saying it like they all have to be in passing. You know, sometimes a family member can be living, but the intention, like I send my daughter, you know, we're now in different states, and I try to connect with her through my intention. I'm also feeling for some of you, you know, like if you feel, I don't know, it's almost like I need to get back into my faith. Whatever that may mean for you. I feel like some of you, that is what can help you overcome something. All right, we have the Page of Swords. Look at that. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. It's all right. It's still there, right? It's still there. Maybe I just haven't reached it yet. You know, the person in the Page of Swords is like, she's reading a book, but the words in the book are inspiring her, or him in some way. You know, it's like I'm absorbing it, and then it turns into an epiphany. Because I feel like, you know, you're just trying to figure out, well, like, you know, you want to get to your happiness, right? But I think there's something within this Page of Swords, this book, and then these ideas. I feel like that may be the road to, let's just say, what it is you seek. Geez, you know, everything's coming out in reverse, and normally I don't really read reversals, but I feel like they're coming out on purpose. So we have Three of Wands in reverse. You know, and that's the way I look at something. That's my viewpoint, right? Within reverse, it's like, I don't know that I can, right? I don't think that I can. I don't know if I want to take a chance. You turn that around, and she's all about taking a chance, right? She's all about a positive viewpoint, belief, right? Belief that, you know, anything can be. It's wands, so there's movement, right? Wands to me are action. So I'm helping to bring this about. And again, there's something I feel like back with the Page of Swords is what will turn these cards around. All right, we have the Five of Cups. Interesting. So that's also in reverse. It tells me there is some type of change. It's also telling me, like, I feel like there may be something, or someone who tended to tempt me, maybe pull me into their dark energy. Could be even myself, right? My own emotions take me to this dark energy. I feel like that's changing now. You know, again, whether that's through God, whether that's through your faith, or, you know, and whether that's some of these epiphanies coming through, like from a father. You know, your Nine of Cups is here. It's just in reverse. The Three of Wands is in reverse, you know, so I feel like this is the beginning here where I'm able to let it go. I'm able to let something go. Not only let it go, but I mean, I don't think I'm going to miss it. Now, I don't know what I mean by that. And then think of the Five of Cups. You know, it's about where your focus is at. The Five of Cups in the upright is, you know, I'm focusing on all I have lost. But it's a reminder that there's still two cups that have yet to be found. This is in reverse, so I feel like, you know, maybe your viewpoint or your perspective or your just your energy is turning into a positive, you know what I mean? Like it's moving into the positive again. Something I feel like had to be let go of. Look at that. But in the same breath, like if it's a person, let's say, that I was in a relationship with, I don't feel like I'm going to miss it. Maybe I thought I was, but I don't think I am. And then how interesting, we have the Lovers that comes up, and we know the Five of Cups in reverse. You know, it's all about those two cups are out there. No, those two cups doesn't always have to be love. It's emotions, right? It's emotional fulfillment, let's say. So here's the Lovers, card of Gemini. I can't help think But this Lovers is part of the Two of Cups. We'll keep going. By the way, there's only two upright cards here, and that's the Page of Swords and the Lovers. Some of you, you know, it's like maybe you're opening yourself up to the energy. In the Lovers, I often feel the connection, like the chemistry. Maybe it is like no other. Maybe I didn't know there was this type of love, right? I didn't know because I haven't had it. You know, I think love is this way, and then maybe someone starts to show me no. I feel like it's, you know, it's the twins. So think of that. It's the twins, but also the mirrors, right? So somehow I feel like there's this connection, and I don't know. Maybe we have some help. You know, it's funny how I'm saying, like, you got to go find your happiness, and that's not the case. That your happiness is within. You know, truly you can make yourself happy. You can fulfill yourself. You can keep yourself, you know, if this is happening, I can't, and there's nothing I can do about it, then, you know, maybe this is a plan. Whatever it is, you know, it's very inspired. And in the same breath, then we have the Lovers. Maybe it's asking you to find your Nine of Cups within first. Look at that. We have the 5 and 6 together. They're in opposite energies right now. There's the 5 and the 6. There are the twins. I don't know, guys. Wow. We have the World. You know, this is what I feel. I feel like, you know, I could have spent, I don't know, I could have spent quite some time, like, attaching myself to an energy that just was never ever going to be good for me. But, you know, sometimes in our humanness, we think, you know, we think this is it type of energy. And sometimes we've got to take a chance on ourselves. And I feel like, you know, it's not about like a simple, like, okay, now I'm optimistic and everything changes. It does change when you have that viewpoint. But I feel also in the Page of Swords, you know, I may still be in that energy, but my focus is not, like, my back is to it, right? I'm focusing on something else. I'm focusing what's ever in that book. It's interesting. I just realized she's walking like a tightrope. But no problem. Like, maybe she's learning how to do that. You know, those balloons or light bulbs are kind of letting her just kind of, you know, it's almost like protection as she goes across, right? It's lifting her enough so she can cross. And maybe it's crossing over, you know, from one type of situation now into something new. I'm learning. You know, when you think of the Page of Swords, you got to think about, what am I learning in there? I'm learning my own truth, right? I'm learning the art of communication. In all ways, you know, like what my mouth says, and in a positive but also in a negative way, right? You got to know yourself. And I don't know, the world is just kind of saying there's something new now that's opening. Maybe it's just time. We have the 9 of Wands. You know, and I feel like in that 3 of Wands, some of you are like, oh, I can't do it, right? I can't leave this energy, or I can't beat it, or whatever it is. Or this is all I deserve. Whatever it is, I feel like, you know, 9 of Wands is reminding you of your strength, right? Sometimes you feel weak, but you're not weak. You're just feeling it, right? Nine of Wands, I feel like, it's a journey of really learning me, who I am, and the strength I have gained. Nine of Wands looking right at the world. First of all, nine, and I think of reflection, and now I feel like she's standing right at the gate of the world, like, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. I feel like this is like your higher self saying, whatever you're saying you can't do, oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Some of you, I feel like, you're connected to someone that, I feel like if you really ask yourself, do I really, 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 am I in love with this person? Or is this just my, sometimes it's hard to change things, right? But we come right out with, where did I see a 5? Yeah, right out with the 5. All right, well, look at this. Here's the way. Ace of Pentacles. The 5 of Cups is saying that you're no longer focusing on what you have lost. That things that tempt you or people no longer give you, no longer influence you, right? This is you, I feel like, making a conscious choice to do something, move in your life, like some type of move in your life. Some of you, this may have already happened, and you may have found already, which may be, I feel like, too soon, but part of the world. So who's ever in this lover's energy is also in this next chapter. So anyways, the 5 of Cups in reverse following this 3 of Wands tells me that you do kind of like figure this out, and you start looking forward to your future. I feel like this lovers is like unexpected. It's just kind of unexpected, but there it is, right? Because I'm seeing 9s, and the 9s, I feel like, listen, first of all, 9s are about, I feel like first is saying 9 of Cups in reverse, like, don't allow yourself to become over emotional to things, people that, I don't want to say they don't matter, because you're learning, right? You're learning, but don't take on that emotional baggage of it. And in the Page of Swords, she's certainly learning, right? And it's almost as she's studying how to use energy, her own energy. So anyways, here comes this Ace of Pentacles. This is something that's coming into your physical world. This is something that is of a blessing. It feels like a reward for the ability to turn away from, not only turn away, but know that does not suit me any further, any longer. And that may just be it. Like, the time, it's time. Right? The 9s, taking it to the end of the road. Feels like that's a song. And then, well, look at this, what I'm holding, Temperance. Card of Sagittarius. We do have Gemini and Sagittarius side by side here. Page of Swords above that. Temperance, divine timing. This is kind of beautiful that Temperance is bringing, divine is bringing in this pentacle, this seed, this opportunity. I feel like for some of you, it's definitely attached to the lovers. And it can be a person. And it's like, maybe I'm asking the question, like, maybe I was asking the question, like, why can't I have, this type of life or this type of love? Well, maybe you can. Do you know what I mean? But, like, this energy doesn't fit with what, like, sometimes what I'm asking for doesn't fit with where I'm at, what I'm in. Even if I'm in, like, chaotic energy, I'm still, like, I need to learn to control myself. I'm thinking of, oh my gosh, who is this? Eckhart, I think is his name, where I saw him once, and truly he can be happy no matter what. Anyway, Temperance is saying, you did it, my child. You did it. And because you did it, here is this seed. Now, the seed is yours. You do with it what you want, right? You can grow it, right? How do I grow it? I focus on it. That's where I put my intention on this seed, not that seed, this seed. And grow it to wherever I want to grow it. You know, divine has their hand in it. I feel your spirit guides have their hand in it. But maybe, you know, maybe my guides couldn't break through. We got a train going. Maybe my guides couldn't break through before because I was here, right? I wasn't looking for that lantern. Anyway. You know, it's interesting because it's like you're one way and now you're this way. And I feel like your back is to that no longer serves you. Like you're just, your back is to it, right? And it's like you are moving forward now. You know, it's like you are looking for this Nine of Cups. And I know you find it because you change your focus. And because you change your focus, it seems like everything around it, right? Here's this ace. Everything around it changes. Here's this portal, the world, right? The next chapter. Nines right around it. It's the end of the road for some things and the beginning of the road for some other things. I have this, so weird. I have this rap song in my mind and I cannot think of the words. I think it's Kaon West. Anyway, let's keep going. I think I'm going to look it up before I put your reading out. All right, we have the Knight of Cups. Hello. So, you know, the Knight is on a mission. That mission is to reach you, and this mission is about bringing you a cup of, you know, I want to say love, emotion, something, you know, he's got red roses in his hand. And then we have the Hangman. You know, I feel like the Hangman is saying, I had to come out because until I put my back to this, the Hangman is there, right? It's like the potential of, you know, and again, like sometimes I think I'm telling myself that I love someone, but I need to check that because maybe I don't. And maybe, you know, I feel like some of you are like, you know, you want out, I kind of feel like. But maybe you're telling yourself you can't. This is to tell you that you can. Like, don't focus on what you think you can't. Focus on all that it can be, right? Yes, it takes some efforts, but, you know, it's like, you know, you got to trust and walk that tight line, but divine is sending you, you know, like angels to keep you lifted. Okay, I wasn't going to take this many cards, but look at this. We have the Ten of Swords. So, on the bottom of the deck, so, you know, the Ten of Swords is definitely the energy of I've had enough, right? I can't take anymore. You know, it's really, I feel like staying at the party too long because you're taking it the whole way to the 10, and sometimes we become submissive in that energy and we just think, you know, life can't change. Well, it can. You know, I have to tell you, I am the perfect example of that because I don't know how many times I've changed my life. Sometimes, you know, because of towers, and I don't know. I'm just saying, don't lay down and take the swords. You know, that talks about other people's energy, other people's words, other people's thoughts, you know, the way people talk. You know, they're about swords that, you know, hit you in the back, right? They stab you in the back. Interesting, we have the Hangman on the bottom of this deck. Okay. I almost feel like I don't need to clarify, but let's... Well, hello, Wheel. You know, this talks about destiny, right? I feel like in the wheel, it's like taking a chance. You know, I'm thinking of like Vegas, right? I got to spin the wheel, take a chance. It's movement, right? Sometimes I'm at the bottom of the wheel and sometimes I'm at the top of the wheel. And I got to know how to navigate all of it. I kind of like that. We have the Ace of Wands. So that's exactly what I feel. You're being inspired. You're being your intuition's being lit up. You know, if you're seeking the next path, the Ace of Wands is going to show you, right? It's like here's the lantern. Here's what you need. It talks about action, though, right? I think you know right what I'm talking. I really feel like you know what I'm talking about. We have the Nine of Swords, which is fitting, coming over the Three of Wands in reverse, right? It's exactly, you know, it's saying we understand why you may be in this energy, right? It has to do with pain in some way, right? Three swords did pierce your heart, but the rest, you know, and interesting if the Nine of Swords or the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck, right? Because this is just worry, right? This is definitely the energy of thinking you can't do something, talking yourself out of something. I don't know. You know, isolation, depression, all of that. But it doesn't need to be. That's the thing. The Nine of Wands says a lot of this worry that you're creating, or that you think, right? I'm thinking doom. It's the opposite, right? But you're telling yourself that, so it's almost like the wheel then boom brings you right back where you were again. So you need to think of it differently. Well, here's Temperance again. Over the Five of Cups, we have the Strength card, card of Leo. So we had two Sagittarius cards, and Leo over the Lovers. But that's, you know, what else do I have? And then we have the Moon, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. I think we have a full moon tonight. I don't know what sign it's in, though. Maybe it's in Cancer. All right. You know, the moon is like night, right? It happens in the evening, or in the nighttime. You know, but the moon casts shadows, but the moon also casts light, to help you. You know, it's like before, like I'm in the dark and I'm not seeking the lantern, therefore, you know, therefore I don't see it. But I feel like this is about the illumination from the moon also. You know, I'm definitely feeling the emotions, like something that you had to deal with that was emotional, right? That really, I feel like, almost feels like it broke you. But you're not broken. That's the thing, right? It's what you think. Interesting how we have the strength card over the devil, and the devil talks about temptation, and the strength card is the taming of one's own beast within. So right there, I feel like is, it's saying, where's my answer? It's within you. But listen, it's inspired at the same time. Like, I don't want you to think within me that means I'm alone in this. No, you're not. Your guides are with you, right? But don't be afraid to like look at, what's going on, and don't be afraid, because I feel like again, you have it's like the wind of the wheel to, and then the Ace of Wands to move you forward. Again, Temperance coming right over that Five of Cups. Like, I often feel the universe is saying, you think that you're waiting on us, but we're waiting on you. Coming over that five, it is about self, right? It is about change. It is about grace. And it is about the realization that there just might be more out there. And Temperance feels like this is what we were waiting for, right? This is the energy that is needed to maybe give you what it is you truly want versus what you're accepting, right? The strength card, you're taming within you, you're controlling. It's like we are light and dark, and that's just what we are. We have to know that. So anyway, Nine of Swords with the moon under, it's like, well, I'm just not sure. Wow, I'm just not sure. And this is saying, you gotta trust, right? Like, I feel like you know that. Hang on one second. We have, look at this, coming over the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands. This feels a little bit like a love reading, guys, because Four of Wands can be, excuse me, let me just reset myself, can be the marriage card. It is a marriage card. But it's the commitment card. To me, it's the right person. The lovers, right here. Wow. And it's coming over the Ace of Pentacles. So to me, this feels like it has not come in yet, but it requires you to be in a certain energy. And listen, that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, we got to, like, let's not make excuses. Let's understand how important our own energy is in creating our lives, right? We have an important part of that. I feel like, I've been stuck to the ground for a long time. But your back now seems to be turned towards or against that. And it's like, phew, I don't know, does it just open a whole new world for you? It kind of feels that way. And, Temperance is like, sweetie, we've been waiting on you. We have the Seven of Cups. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is coming in. Over the Hangman, this is fast-moving energy in the Knight of Wands. Again, think of a knight as something that's going to reach you. This is passionate energy. Again, this may be something you haven't had in your life for a long time, because I feel like I've been in something not so great for a long time. And this may be energy you're just not used to, because I feel like it throws you into a little bit of a tizzy. You know what I mean? Like oh my God. So it must be unexpected in the same breath. And it's over the lovers too. But here's the Four of Wands over that Ace of Pentacles with Temperance right above it. Guys, if this is a relationship that's coming in, there's nothing dark about it. Can I just say that, number one? There's just nothing dark about it. It feels very divinely blessed, let's say. But you cannot get there until you travel certain paths and, are willing to turn your back to what doesn't serve you, what, causes you, I don't know, whatever it is. Don't tell yourself you can't, because you can. If you say you can't, you won't. If you say you can't, you're just going to keep bringing that energy around and around and around. Start telling yourself you can, even if it's just the smallest of steps. That's all the Ace of Wands asks for, is the smallest of steps forward. I feel like that is what turns that Three of Wands around, because something changes, right? And Temperance is like, here I am, sitting here, just waiting for you. And just so happens that here's the seed, and that seed can blossom into the Four of Wands, all that you want it to be, all that somebody else wants it to be. No, but these people want to be together. There's no denying it. There's a connection that I feel like is undeniable. It's coming from the Cups and the Wands to you. But, in the same breath, I have to say, when you're ready. You may not like that, and I get it, but I feel like that's just the way it is. Now, I'm not saying that you have completely changed and, you know what I mean? Like, every day is sunshine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just making a conscious effort of thinking about, what am I thinking about? What am I telling myself? And why am I telling myself that? That's it. It's just being real. And that is illumination that you need. And because I feel like once you're real with yourself, that's when movement happens. So I just want to say, I feel like this is the potential of quite a love story, and I feel like it does not match with anything that you've had before. Can this be someone who comes back? Of course it can be. But this is energy that, it's special. And that's all I can say. It's special, and it is. You'll know it is, even though it may throw you. That's why I think it's really unexpected, because it can come like in a whirlwind, and there it is right before you. Right before you. And that's where I'm going to leave it. But I am going to read the card Father. Father. This card comes to you because your question is rooted in your relationship with your father. Even though this connection may not be immediately understood, this card acknowledges the link. Most likely, old emotions concerning your father are affecting your present situation. If a memory surfaces as you read this, trust this pathway to lead you to healing. Wow, it's interesting, because then I just thought of, like, my mother and father did not have a good relationship. And my first marriage wasn't a good relation. You know what I mean? So sometimes we do follow in their footsteps, even though we don't want to. But that's okay, because we learn. Okay, anyway. Recalling a painful memory isn't pleasant, but it's an important step towards releasing negative patterns. If you have old, heavy-hearted feelings about Dad, take a moment now to say, God and Mother Mary, thank you for helping me heal and release, name the emotion or situation, with my father, so that he and I can be free. All of a sudden, I'm like, curse you, Father. And now I want to take that back. So, anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I love seeing this type of reading for you. I feel like bottom line is, don't tell yourself you can't change what it is you want to change. There's the wheel. I feel like you're moving in a very destined time, but it's almost like nothing moves until you move. Like that wheel stays perfectly still. Nothing moves until you move. That wheel is sitting there under the lotus flower, and that lotus flower to me is a symbol of strength. And isn't it the lotus flower that like grows anywhere? like out of a piece of cement, or, so. Anyway, I said I was going to stop talking. I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I feel like some of you are entering into relationships that just feel right, and it may be your forever after. It's sitting in the world's energy. And I know that you can get there because it's saying that you can get there. Even if it's like, through the shadows, you can get there. And that's that. I love you. I will see you guys in a reading. Bye-bye.